Hey guys, my name's Crystal Kenny, and I'm in love with creating. All things artistic and imagination involved. I'm an American girl who chased her creative dreams all the way to Paris, France, making a living using photography. This podcast takes you inside the stories of all the artsy folks I've met along the way and gives you that extra push to discover your creative gifts. The desire to create is deeply inside each and every one of us, and I give you the tools and inspiration to find a new way of living a more creative life. This is La Vie Creative, the podcast. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a voice actor in Paris? Well, you're going to learn today. My guest is Darlene. We talk all about the creativity in voice acting, her one-woman show, and the improv group she works with in Paris. So welcome to the show, Darlene. How are you today?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for having me.
I was lucky enough to meet you at the American Library's annual Halloween party. You were one of the amazing performers, and it's so fun to share your story today.
Yeah, it's always a great time when I go to the American Library to do the Halloween events.
So we'll just jump right in. I know you've lived on 3 continents before settling in Paris. So what did travel teach you about your adaptability as an artist?
That is such a great question. Yeah, I haven't even thought about that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's going to take, let me think about it for a little bit. Well, already traveling, I do it so that I can get out of my habits and my routines, because I feel like traveling is just the best way to get to know yourself. Especially when you don't have that safety net of home and the habits that you've built up your whole life. And just being able to see the way that different people live their lives and how similar it is and how different it is from my own life. And how I'm able to just easily swim into that new culture. Like when I was living in Taiwan, in East Asia, I felt myself inhabiting their cultures a little bit. And it made me realize my identity as a person, how fragile the term identity is, because if I was just born in London, I would just have a London accent. And it just really makes you question your who you are as a human, I guess.
Yeah.
And that helps you because you're not so focused on taking life so seriously. It's not serious at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that that's a big part of travel is our childhood, we're growing up kind of told who we are by our friends and family. And then when nobody knows you, you can really just be whoever you want to be.
Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah. So you grew up in a bilingual family in Miami. How did switching between Spanish, English, and French kind of shape your sense of voice identity and expression?
Oh my God, what is up with these questions? I haven't talked about any of these things, guys. Well, just growing up bilingual in general, you know, some people think it's cool, but I just think it's a huge headache because I don't know. I have words in my brain that come faster than me. And if they come in a different language and the person doesn't speak the language, it's okay, give me 5-10 seconds. I need to translate this.
Yeah, totally. You have so many languages. I'm sure they get a little jumbled up in there.
Oh, for sure. But it also depends on the situation. Here that I'm in France, I have a bunch of French words popping up. When I go back home, I'll have more Spanish popping up. When I was in Taiwan, I started having Mandarin words start to pop up, especially from the kids that I used to teach. I went over there teaching English as a foreign language. Wait, what was the question?
Yeah, so how does speaking all these languages kind of shape your identity?
Shape my identity. I think it goes back to adaptability and me saying that identity is free flowing. I think that's really the relationship that I have with identity is just being open to fluctuate. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like we're all a little different in a different language. I feel like I'm not the same person in French as I am in English.
Yeah. Well, there's a part of my personality, my energetic spunkiness that gets transferred in to every language. But for sure, when I speak Spanish, I'll probably be louder. When I speak French, I'll probably be a little more smug. Not because the French are smug or anything, but I think it's just the way that the French language is that my lips get very like forward, kind of like I kind of like develop a beak in my lips, and for some reason it gives me this sense of I don't know, panache.
I like that. That's a good word. And so you've been playing pretend since childhood. How did imagination show up for you before you even knew performing was a career?
It's just, so, I'm actually kind of an introvert, and I've had sensory issues since childhood. If there's ever too many kids in the playground, I didn't want to go there. It was too loud. And when I'm in the classroom, I need my thinking space, so I can't talk to anybody, So I've always been in my own little world in that sense, where I really needed to be by myself most of the time in order for me to process this crazy world that we live in. And so I just really developed, I guess, characters in my brain or different parts of my personality that came out at certain times, just so that I wouldn't get bored with myself.
Yeah, well, when you're spending that much time alone, you're like, let me just entertain myself.
Yeah, it's just like being in a playground full of kids, like that was scary to me.
Yeah, definitely. I feel your pain. I think I was the same way. I was like, this is loud. This is scary.
This is too loud. This is scary. Like these kids are going to be falling over and hurting themselves. This is not safe.
So was there a moment when you realized your voice could be a profession, not just a personality trait?
Yeah. So when I finished talking to myself, I actually, the way that I went into voiceover was very funny. I was just trying to find a way to make money on the internet, as we all do. It was COVID. I was trying to save up money to move to Taiwan, and I was just trying to figure out what to do online. I used to do this. There's this like Reddit page that's like beer money or something like that. Where you just take like these gigs online and you'll make like a couple bucks each month. And then that's like your beer money that you get to spend. And I was trying to do that because I was just trying to like round out the months. And there's this pay to play site, which by the way, pay to play sites, especially like if you're based in the US market, like kind of sketchy because, they tell you that you should never pay for your agent.
Mm-hmm.
You should never pay to play. Playing should be the free part. So I went into this pay to play site and I was like, wait, what is this? You can make money off of your voice? Hold on. We like to talk over here. We talk all day. What is this thing? And the more I dug into it and I discovered it, and that the business side of show business, I realized like, hold on, we can do this. We can make this into a business, a self-sustaining, a freelance business.
Very cool. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like you just stumbled into it, You never know things that can make you money. And so people who are unfamiliar with voice acting, what actually goes on behind the scenes of a session?
All right. So like before getting into like the crazy world of even doing an online directed session, there's like a whole process that you need to go through. It's not that easy.
Yeah, so you have to kind of be interviewed. Do you send like sound bites of your voice for whatever you're applying for?
Oh, well, already you need to have a demo before you get started in any of that. You need to make a demo. And then before you get a demo, a lot of my mentors, they've told me that you can't even you need to be ready before you get a demo. Like you need to have some acting classes in your tool belt, because voice acting is it's more acting voice, but for some reason they added the voice first. So people think that if you just have a nice voice and you go ahead and go to a recording studio, get a sound engineer to record your voice, get it mastered, mixed, and then start sending it out to agencies, you're a voice actor. And it's like, sadly, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It's an actor first business.
Wow. So you have to have some acting like on stage before?
Not necessarily on stage, although that is very, very helpful. But acting classes and just having the mentorship of somebody that's been doing it for a whole while longer than you, to let you know things that you need to work on, where your voice is, the style of your voice, where you would be the most marketable, things like that. You just need guidance and you need experience before you do a demo.
So, for example, what is your voice marketable for?
Oh, I'm energetic, upbeat, quirky, a lot of very youthful, very millennial, also very the kid-friendly commercials, stuff like that. Very bright.
I've heard that doing audiobooks is so difficult. How do you feel about them?
It's exhausting. I haven't completed one yet, but I've definitely read some children's books before for a client, and let me tell you, it's exhausting. Because sometimes you even like you read a book and then you're in the middle of it and you're like, oh my God, the person is from this country, so now I need to change the whole accent, like things like that. Or like, oh, I didn't realize we were on a boat.
Yeah, it's hard, the accents too. And also, is there a lot of like breathing techniques that go into it?
I think for breathing, it's like as natural as possible, as conversational as possible. But I mean, there are sometimes the plosives is the thing that you need to be most worried about. The plosives is like the P's, the B's, and all these things that just pop when you say it. But there's what's this thingy called? The popper stopper.
I like that.
Like, that's what I call it. And it'll help you not make the plosive so much. But yeah, I think for breathing, just keep it normal. And especially like when you start editing and you start like listening to how often you breathe, you get like hyper focused on like the breathe. Oh, I breathe there, I breathe there. But like, no, people don't really tend to notice it unless you're like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. People aren't paying that much attention to it. And when you're reading like a long audiobook, I listen to a lot of audiobooks on the metro and I'm like, how do they read for this long?
Right? Job.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So you perform in a foreign exchange improv troupe. Tell us more.
Yeah, I love talking about my improv troupe. Let's talk about my improv troupe. So we all met at this place called the Improv Academy, who is run by Florian. Forgot his last name. But yeah, shout out to Flo and the Improv Academy, because that's where we all met. And we just got together for the love of improv. We just, we wanted to do it in front of people on stage, which I feel like doing it on stage, you learn like 50 times faster than if you were doing it in the classroom. So, I mean, I advocate if you ever have friends and you want to do a show, just get up on stage, do it public, sell tickets free, why not? And just, I don't know, do stuff on stage.
So explain improv. Like, you guys just up there like bouncing things off each other? Is there a general idea of what you're going to be funny about? Does it have to be funny?
Yeah. Okay. So my improv troupe, Foreign Exchange, we're about 10 people. We're from all over the world. It's kind of like a huge, giant, like post-30s Erasmus party. And we just get together and we just have fun with the audience. So improv is very much like you don't know what's going to happen until you get there, which is very much like a voice acting job. They're very similar. Where as a voice acting job, it's like, oh, can you do this character? And by the way, can you do this character? And in improv, it's the same thing. It's like, okay, now it's a cowboy scene. I'm like, okay, now I'm a cowboy. And then in another scene, okay, we're doing telenovela. So I'm like a Latina darling. And so that's what we do. We just get up on stage and with the audience help and suggestions, we ask them, can you help think of a movie genre or location? Or what happens next in this scene? Or where are we now? I admit some audience suggestions are better than others, but we just want to involve the audience any way that we can. And audience, for me, they're kind of like children. They want to participate.
Yeah, definitely. They want to laugh. They want to have fun.
Yeah, that's where you go to an improv show. And so with the audience, it's very much a communication. It's a two-way street with the audience when you're on stage doing improv, especially. You do a scene and the laughs, they come organically. I personally don't try to be funny because I know that I can't control it. People are going to be laughing at me no matter what I do. So I just let it happen. However, I do think I like to be smart. I like to be smart funny.
Yeah, not just like fart jokes.
Yeah, I like to have well, what is it like? It's like a Law and Order or something where they have like that little button line of like,
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna be locked up a long time.
Yeah. So talk about some of the crazy things that have happened while performing. Has there ever been like, we can't do this, or like the audience probably says like inappropriate things or whatever?
Whenever the audience says inappropriate things, Darlene personally would like to incorporate those. It's like, how messed up can we get here? Because I feel like the world is really messed up. So we deserve some solace in our messed up thoughts. Like, let's get them up there. We've done things like the cow life cycle documentaries. We've done a lot of like LGBTQ plus couples, like, and we've done, I know that I did one where it's like an after school kids program, kind of like a la Dora the Exploradora. And we've said, okay, kids, what are we going to teach you how to make today? And what is the audience's suggestion?
I can't even imagine.
Drugs. Oh. Making drugs.
That's a good one.
Of course. So we distributed some cocaine in a Christmas market.
So has there ever been like a time where you're like, I got nothing, or you're just, constantly shooting out the cuff, like it's hard to be coming up with new stuff all the time.
If you've ever worked a service industry job, like at a restaurant or at the accueil of a hotel, there's the bilingualism, hotel front desk, reception, and you have to deal with people on a constant basis, you're going to notice that people have, people ask the same 5 questions over and over again at some point. Like, I don't know what it is about us, but we are, at the end of the day, a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
And even when you do improv, I don't know, maybe I'm selling like an industry secret right now, but you will get the same suggestions at some point. I think there will be patterns that will start. If you do this long enough, there are patterns that start coming up.
That's true.
Yeah. And you end up just having so much like experience on the stage where you kind of, it starts to look like magic.
Yeah. No, that's so funny because I'm a photographer and like my clients ask me like the same questions every time I meet them. Like, how did you move to Paris? Is this the only thing you do? Like, oh wow, like how did you meet your husband? So it's like the same questions, the same 3-5 questions right when you meet somebody. Isn't
that insane? And then you're like, oh wait, I can do this for you. You're like, oh, how did you know that's what I wanted? Because everybody else wants it too.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
So you're currently writing a one-woman show. Can you talk more about that?
I can. So I'm putting in my experiences in improv, my experiences being neurodivergent, and my experience in just having to deal with kids in a classroom and also my experience loving and growing up with romantic comedies. And I'm creating a one-woman show based on my personal experiences as a first-year student in college, being lonely and being dependent on technology, on making friends.
I like that. So when is it going to be out and how can people watch it?
Ooh, I'm going to have it out. It's going to be a stage production. It's in the works. I'm currently still writing it. But when it comes out, it will probably, I give myself, let's say 2026. I will start advertising for it. And I will do some runs over at the Kible. And the Kible is the house for all that is underground stand-up improv and comedy shows. And one-man shows. So I'll do it over there. Or maybe if by the time that the show's out and the Keyblade has gone under for some reason, which I doubt that it will, I'll go somewhere else. But yeah, it's going to be a one-woman show about my life experience of trying to make a friend my first year of college. And it will be a romantic comedy style, but it's not a romantic comedy because I'm just trying to make friends, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be audience interactive, so that'll be very fun.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to see it. And talk about some of the unique challenges of being an American performer building a career in France. Was that something that seemed more complicated as an American, or do you think all performers here go through the same thing?
Every performer will go through the same thing no matter where they are, I believe. I think the thing for me and why I chose Paris specifically is because I feel more able to be myself because the English-speaking artistic community is niche. It's pretty small and we all know each other. And I feel like the best, most wonderful people, not that there are not best and wonderful people in the US, but the nicest, most caring people that know, for me, what life's about. Or I guess they're just people that share the same values as me. I'm not gonna lie, those people are pretty cool. So all of us that are in the community are so loving and warm that for me it makes it easier to do my art.
Definitely, yeah. And I think we all go through the same struggles when we move here and trying to pursue our dreams, and it's like very relatable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing for me is like I've been moving around since in my early 20s. I'm about to turn 30. So for me, it's like the process of moving and going to a new place and the struggles. It's part of the game. So I don't even worry or think about it. And I try to focus on the positive stuff because, I mean, I could be doing a way less fun job somewhere else and struggle and not have health insurance.
Yeah.
So, you got to take the wins because Paris is difficult. I'm not going to lie. The people are not helpful. The general population is not helpful. There's no sense of community, especially Paris being a big city, but it's pebbles compared to what you have.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. And how do you stay playful and brave in an industry that can be so competitive and uncertain?
Don't think about it.
That's a good advice.
It's day by day. And I mean, if you worry about the competition, it's a black hole of never ending black thoughts. So it's really, and I mean, art is so personal. Creativity, imagination, it's so personal. It's about you. So why wouldn't you want to nourish that with positivity? Don't get me wrong. It's very easy for me as well to ruminate, but it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day.
Yeah, we all do it in any industry. It's easy. Yeah. Or any life, we all compare ourselves, especially with social media. It's so easy these days.
Yeah. And I do my fair share of comparing. I'm not going to lie, but it's important to tell yourself not to. It doesn't get you anywhere. It's not helpful. And it's about the craft and your love for the craft. So if you stay love first, I believe it makes things a little easier.
Definitely. And how do you quiet self-doubt? What do you do like whenever you're feeling like, I suck?
Well, first you need to realize that's just a thought. It's not reality. And you need to breathe. I tell this to my students as well. You need to breathe, use your words, try get some contact. I mean, honestly, I say this because I'm in a very calm state right now. For the listeners, we're in a Christmas break period right now. So I'm feeling very chill.
Yeah.
but just take a step back and realize that it's not the self-doubt. I mean, sometimes I do self-tape auditions or just auditions in general. And I'm like, what? This doesn't sound natural, or this is like this. And it's like, whoa, you're directing right now. You need to play. You can direct after. And when you're directing, you can say like, yes, this needs to do like this needs to. But if you do the work and you're prepared and you give yourself, if you're prepared, you give yourself room to play. And then when you play, you don't direct Because when you start directing, then you start getting like critical and compare. And then that's where the self-doubt steps in. So you need to have some tools.
Definitely. I think just sticking into the play, like you said, is so important.
Stick to the play and be prepared so you don't have to direct yourself, so that you don't have self-doubt thoughts. And if you do have self-doubt thoughts, have a system.
Yeah, a system. That's great. Yeah, something that you can jump into to protect yourself.
Exactly. And I know for me, to protect myself, it's to prepare and to breathe.
So if your voice could tell one story for the rest of your life, what would it be about?
About me. My story, my struggles, my wins, my everything.
I love that. Yeah, I think most people wouldn't mind talking about themselves a little bit more and making it fun.
For sure. And all those characters I play, it's me.
You're all of them.
Yeah, it's all me. We all have a world of characters inside of us. And the fact that I get to let them out and they get to play, and that I have like such good feedback from it, whether it's an audience applause or feedback in a class, because I take a bunch of classes. I'm probably always going to be a student in a class. That feedback that you get from just letting people know who you are, letting people know who you are behind closed doors with only your bestest friends or your partner, and to be able to let that out and let thousands of people see it, or just strangers see it and then be applauded for it. There's nothing better than that.
I completely agree. I think a world of characters inside us, that's a great way of explaining us.
100%.
So where can people connect with you, learn more about your open mics, see you on stage?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. My full name is Darlene Muniz, Darlene Muniz. Did you get that? Okay. So on Instagram, I'm at Darlene Muniz VO. I also have a website, just darlenemuniz.com. And yeah, I think those are the two main ones at the moment of speaking.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for sharing your story today, and I can't wait to see what you'll do next.
Thank you so much. I love being on this show. It's so cool. What a cool experience.
Thanks so much for tuning in to La Vie Creative. You can find more information on MissParisPhoto.com. And if you enjoyed this show, please feel free to share and spread the word for all my creative guests. We have the power to help them to keep doing what they love. See you next time.